Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are building the wall and we'll try to make the biggest you have ever seen with some of the coolest creatures. That gets discounted by having high toughness. So we already play Hammerskull on turn 3 because this is so overstated that it can give some nice discounts. So what do we... I think we go with Zealot. They only have blue mana, so could be a... Oh, of course. Sorry, I thought it's a Zorius deck that isn't Omniscience. I'm sorry, I should know. Oh boy. So let's see if they can combo on turn 4. We will have to raise them, so this won't be easy. Basically we need to raise the Leafar before they assemble the combo. However, maybe we can do stuff. I could already go for the Tortoise, which would help a lot on the next turns. However, Slasher actually can deal more damage. But they cannot bounce this. I think it's worth it. We already got the value from the Zealot, so they cannot bounce the Tortoise. They can counter it, but that is at the cost of... exactly, they actually don't want to counter, they just try to go for the combo. I wanted to say this is at the cost of not being able to assemble the combo, so this actually might hurt them more. So now they will be forced to make some hard decisions. They want to hit Omniscience with this. They probably have Awakening, but they don't have Omniscience in the graveyard. Because they won't be able to bounce our stuff on our turn with the discount. They can do it now, but they need to overpay. Alright, hexproof of everything. Always nice. So I think we start with 6 damage, and then we will see. I could keep the Get Lost. Okay. Are they literally drawing a card? Bro, they actually just draw a card. Okay, 10 damage. Wait, so that means we are winning on the next turn? Well, that's pretty nice. So I could wait with Get Lost to try to break their combo. And I will. You know, I think it's worth it. They might not even have the combo. But even... Man, we actually did it! Alright, so I kinda like this hand because we have Slasher, so we can pressure our opponent, and when they try to, you know, fight against the Slasher, Wrenn drops. We have white mana here. Alright, we'll probably play a cut down if that's a red deck, and it feels like a red deck. Here you go, that's your red deck. We'll make a wall, and they will have to finally stop swinging all. Hopefully. I might miss land, but hopefully can always run and minus. I don't want to do it, but I might be forced into. I want to draw a land. Okay, that's fine. That is kinda fine. Land from the top, we really need it right now. Okay, not exactly the one I wanted, but you know what? You know what? I will take it probably. That's a bit of a problem, is it? I think we'll minus. I'm sorry, Wrenn. We need to lose you. This will probably die to some haster, but I really need the land for the next turn, so I think it's worth it. Alright, those are some serious cards, so we can go into 5 mana for the Greenshell. We don't have enough toughness. If we play this on the next turn, we'll have what? 9 toughness? So this is 2 mana, it's 1 mana too much. I think we just go for this. Bro, we are doing some magic, but our opponent will start swinging with this mice package like it actually matters. So let's see what they will do on this turn. I expect they will kill Wrenn. Friends, man, see, this is exactly what I mentioned. They are busy with the Slasher, and now we can do the actual magic that we care about. So I could go for the Cottage, swing, and then go for the Greenshell. Feels like a great idea, to be honest. Enters, alright? So first let's swing, because this has Vigilance, right? Yep. And also creates food token, so that might be useful later. And we of course don't waste the mana, because we can just go with the Greenshell. And on the next turn we will show the true might of this deck. Our opponent thinks that they can outvalue us. Even red deck might fall to the Great Wall. At least I hope so. I really hope so. Oh boy, do we have to block this? Do I have to block this? I have to block this. 4 damage, go! I'm sorry, I am blocking a red creature. I know it's like the scene at this point, but I will try to do it. Shock, absolutely love it. Okay. That's a weird play.
Not yet.
Do they even know what they are trying to do? Because okay, so they just want to trade against it. That's amazing, man. So I can do the same trick again. We keep plussing. I think they focus Wrenn a little bit too much here. Like, the turtles are the real problem for our opponent, because they cannot really go through them. And as you can see, the wall is already working. If I play this, I can actually not tap Cottage, which will be even better for us. Yep. And you can see that we are starting to work. We are at 19. Our opponent actually didn't make a dent in our defense. And we have all those food tokens for later. So even if they burn us, that's fine. I think they are running out of options. Man, moment we start dropping those turtles, like, this will be crazy. Okay. Man, it feels so insane to be able to block in Magic, you know? That's fine. Wrenn already did so much. They cannot actually cast anything from this except the creature. Double Striker. You would think that 5-drop that is focused around defending should win against 2-mana red drop. Nope. At the best case, you might hope to trade. Fortunately, we already got the value, but you can clearly see how insane this deck is, and that's why we said so much. So we cannot really go for too many plays on this turn. I think we go with Betor. Can a mouse with 0 cards in the hand fight a 5/7 dragon? I hope the answer is no. So now we will drop Double Tortoise and we'll start absolutely dominating the battlefield. This is their last turn, and you know what? I think there's not much they can do. I'm not even sure if we will block. Maybe we just crack the food tokens to tank the damage, because if we get this and start drawing cards, we are so far ahead. Even the red 1 and 2 drop might actually fall to our 5-mana 3-color Spirit Legendary Dragon with wall of text. Man, it even has a wall of text. That was very funny. And our opponent is not happy because he played all of the cards from the hand and he didn't win, you know? It's unjust. It's unfair. How could you play red cards and not be part of a winning team? So, yeah. Alright. They actually still cannot attack. Like, they can get it to 6 damage in total, which means they still cannot attack. So I wonder if they know this, or they will actually swing all. And I will laugh if that's a swing all. They just swing all. 3 times 2. I don't know, probably 7. That's how you play red. Okay, cool. So let's start absolutely dominating the battlefield. And now we will show our opponent the true might of the greatest wall they have ever seen in their lives. Do we want to ramp? I mean, let's ramp, you know? No stick, that means no cut down. I was really scared about the cut down. So that means we can actually start ramping already, and we indeed have the mana. So this is interesting. We can either go for the Tortoise into Betor, which is really nice, to be honest. I think this is the play. I think this has to... Well, no, because we don't know about the next untap land, so I will go like this. This is already a good play. This forces removal probably, and we can even force removal before we play our stuff. So I really like it, and we instantly draw a card. Man, this is going nicely. I think we got the perfect decision here. Because whether Slasher or Zealot survives, we still will get the value from this, because it synergizes up to 10 toughness with both of the cards. That's why we took it. Really? Really? Well, this is something I did not play around, that's for sure. I really hope they will go with the Tortoise, expecting that we have 4-drop and forget... I think they forgot that Zealot has an ability. I really think that that's the case. So what we will do here... They didn't have a cut down, so we can attack first. I think they have nothing. I think they missed the fact... Because that's the upside of playing card that isn't known. A lot of players don't know what it does. And now we can go for this. Maybe they thought... No, this gives any color of mana. So they couldn't assume that we won't get it. And now we instantly get the card back. And here's another... Oh, this is it. This is perfect, man. Even except Soul Surge. And yeah, now they're out. Alright, so we are going pretty strong. We will open with Slasher, because this creature has higher toughness than power, so it actually synergizes with like the... Where are you? The Greenshell. Fecund, whatever. The turtle. We just call it the turtle. And it also drains removal like an absolute champion, so your, 4, 5 and 6 drops can survive. I mean, we don't have a 6 drop. This is a... What, 11 drop, 12 drop? But we cast it for a single point of mana, then it's better. So let's see what our opponent is doing. It feels like a control deck, to be honest. So for this reason... Now this could be interesting. Do we just drop the tortoise? If they have right hand, I mean it works. Yeah, let's go. I think it's worth the risk. I never like showing my hand before, they make a decision, but I think in this situation hexproof is such a big deal that I think it's worth it. Love it! Well, they cannot target anything right now. Oh, I'm not sure if they know about this. I guess they should, right? But man, this is a lot of damage. Bro, we got them from 20 to 8 with a single hit. And they actually cannot target this, so they wasted 3 mana. That means that they probably cannot do much. If usually they play Sunfalls, right? Lockdowns doesn't hit literally anything because it's 3 and 4 drops only. So they might be in some serious trouble and they need to do stuff main phase, otherwise it doesn't work. When you roll the dice on the deathbed, usually it's not amazing. Alright, they actually perfectly hit, so they can survive a turn. They were already dead, by the way. However, they kinda, stole it. We can only play 1 spell a turn. That's important, so I think we go with this guy. I cannot activate the fortress, but we can get them to 2, so I think this is pretty decent. This is, what, 2 mana, 15-15, so yeah. And by the way, we have ways to, activate the ability, so this will be fun. And they are literally forced to, answer all of the creatures at once. And we have, what, 24 toughness. So there's only 1 card that answers it, and they need to have it. If we draw a land, we win the game, because this is only Sunfall that does the thing. And yeah, that means they are tapped, and we can attack with Fortress and drain the remaining 2 life. So I think we should be in a decent spot here. Moment they played United Battlefront, this is a pure dice roll. Like if you hit 7 lands or 7 non-targets, you instantly die because there's lethal on board. So that shows you that your opponent is desperate and doesn't have good answers. Because if they had, they would just play the answers and not this. So I think we should be okay. Let's see. Alright, there's the Bay. They can go for Synthesizer and die, and I think that's their game plan. I think they will go for Synthesizer and die. So let's see. Yep, they're fully tapped, like there's nothing they can do. Yeah, they just remove 1 of the creatures. I mean, theoretically, it kinda could work. How much toughness do we... Can we go to 40? 18? No, guys, we only have 25. Only 25. I'm sorry, guys, I just need to win the game, So, yeah. Let's win the game. And that's the problem if you go too low. You cannot tap. We need to go with this. If we go Wrenn, this could get interesting. We can be very aggressive with this card. But I think we drop the tortoise anyway. We'll see how they play. I still am not sure what exactly the opponent is using, basically. I mean, this is a tap land. Ooh, the tap land. So I think maybe we go with Wrenn and try to hit the land for the next turn. This will be annoying for them. Or we can go Hammerskull. Okay, I will go. I'm greedy. I don't want to play Wrenn because I think they might have get lost, and Wrenn might be our best way to win the late game. So I don't want to waste this card. And by the way, look how great it looks. 1 mana, 250. See, that would hit Wrenn, and we would lose the best card. So I'm pretty happy with my choice. And now we can drop the bigger things. I still think they might have something, so let's go for the tortoise first. We didn't hit the land, and instead you hit this, which is absolutely useless against control deck, so definitely not great. I really hoped for a better draw. So we are close to winning, But we are a little bit behind right now of where we should be. But it's fine. Like, if we had one extra mana, we would just drop this. Don't forget we can play one spell a turn, but everything has hexproof. Oh, this is huge. Everything has hexproof on our turn. So we don't want to drop a Planeswalker here. I think we go this and we just go for the throat in case they play a... But will they ever play a blocker? Probably they will play a sweeper if anything. Let's swing. I cannot get more mana. Wrenn is pretty nice. You know what? If we go Wrenn and minus, this is better. I think this is better because sure they can go for get lost, but then they cannot activate the monument. So I think it's actually worth it. I think it's a better play. And we already will get the value from this. And we will desperately need those lands. Like, we actually cannot hit lands, man. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go for it. We can play it on this turn. Okay. Way better for the next turn. And if they want to mill, and they absolutely do, they cannot get lost anymore. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this. Now Sweeper works way worse. And the Machine Field still takes a lot of mana to be activated. So if they sweep, they cannot do other things. Is that -5? They want to kill us on the next turn, but they won't have this. Yeah, they won't have the next turn, man. Tortoise is too strong, and that's why Wrenn is such a good play here. So, listen, I will just play with the Fortress. You can see how fast we kill with this. Man, this is so much damage. We dealt like 15 or something. I'm not sure if we'll go Wrenn instantly, because there is a high chance we can get better value with Slasher. This will probably eat 2 removal spells, I would guess. Helix into something. So I think this is a good start, so our opponent, you know, gets rid of the big answers, and then we will start, you know, then we will see what will happen. It's interesting they didn't go for it. Maybe they don't have 2 removal spells, but that means... do I go for the Tortoise? This could be Right's End. For this reason I will drop the Tortoise, because this one isn't tapped. If they have Right's End, this will completely destroy their game plan for this turn. Okay, that's fine. That is fine, because we basically got an extra value, and we still played the 4-drop, so this will be impactful on the next turn. Let's see what they will do. Now they're on a timer against the Slasher, and now we know that they cannot interact with our board on our turn, which is incredibly good for us. Let's go with Wrenn. This is a good tap, man. It's going really nice. This Slasher gave us the opening, and now we can absolutely take advantage of it. And this, man, this deals so much. This will be so much damage, man. 9, 11. They are dead on the next turn, man. They cannot target anything. Everything has hexproof. This is a huge problem for our opponent. And Wrenn is still here, just summoning those lands like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, you can smell the desperation. They literally cast it with no targets. So let's see, what is the next turn? They will be dead on the next turn if they don't do something meaningful. And even if they will, we can still continue playing normally. Dinosaur. Quintorius. So this is a combo deck with like one spell. So I think this is Dragonstorm deck. Oh, that's not a Dragonstorm. So I mean, I can just win the game right now? Feels like a great idea to me. And those creatures are so annoying for any kind of deck that, I mean, that isn't mono-red basically. Like, you just killed them. Man, Fortress, everything has hexproof, man. And here we are with the Swift Spear attacking our face, but that's fine, we will be prepared. We have Zealot. This will make attacking way harder, and it also ramps us, and 4 toughness is quite a lot for this stage of the game. Like, it doesn't die to Lightning Strike even. So let's see, if they want to play Cory or something, they cannot attack anymore. We can also go for Wrenn or Tor. Man, you know what? Bro, I think we are building the wall. They still swing. They still swing. That's what they do. It's fine, and you can already see some of the cooler stuff. I honestly think we go with the Tortoise. I kinda like Wrenn. But I think this is just better, because then they cannot attack on the ground, probably. We will have really good blockers. Man, 6 toughness is really hard to go through. Yeah, we get power only on the attack, right? Combat damage. Oh, we can actually trade against this. That's so cool, man. So not only we can actually go for... Man, this is like 2-turn lethal, by the way. Zealot with Tortoise is literally 10 damage already. So, man, we can try to raise them, maybe. And, of course, Cory. Can we block a red creature? Is this even possible? Alright, they have to play at sorcerer speed. We are nullifying so much damage here, man. Okay, so we get a free trade here. They deal a lot of damage, of course, because, you know, that's the usual. So we could deal 10 damage and try to raise them. Do you think there's any chance it will work? Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't have thank you. Oh, okay, this is a thank you. Alright, so we could attack for 10 and then try to remove those creatures and hope it's enough. Oh, but then we only have 1 removal, right? Because we have 3 mana. How can we play this? Getting mana screw on this turn is like literally the worst thing happening to us. We could attack with Wrenn. Sorry, I need to think about this one, because we have good chance to win this game. I will probably die if I don't remove something. I appreciate it, man. I want to go for this play, because then we can already start pressuring them, which is always nice, and we also have a blocker. And on the next turn we can go for the mill if we really need to hit a land, and we cannot. So I will go for this play. Stock up, so they're probably not going on the kill on this turn. So let's see, I really expect a Monstrous Rage on this turn. If they casted something faster, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, this is only 3 damage. That's really good. Okay, that's worse. So we will probably trade 2 for 1. I cannot block with land, unfortunately, but it's still a detriment, as you can see. Alright, guys. Okay, this is better. I think because we got again mana screwed, we literally need to go -2 just to try to not get mana screwed. Do I go for this guy? Nope. On this turn we literally need to play a land. That's my dream, to play a land. And I think with this we are in a decent spot. I think I need to double remove on this turn. So that means I cannot attack with Zealot. But it's still a 4-4 basically when we defend, so this should be okay. Let's go, Cory. Love it. I still think we don't have enough of them in the board. Man, our opponent is just not slacking with those draws. Double Cory on 14 cards, that's insane. Okay. But they are fully tapped, so this will be... As you can see, this is very hard for them to attack, even with this insane board. By the way, this is so much damage, man. If we didn't have removal, I think we would be already dead. If they swing all... No, we cannot kill them yet. We are close to killing. We can deal 13 damage. Oh, that's a good choice. But we can kill this and get more value. Nope. Denied. And now the question, do we go for another Get Lost? I think we don't. I think we do not. Okay, finally a land. Alright, we're getting somewhere here. We are actually finally getting somewhere. We can go for Betor. You really want to see it, don't you? You really want to see it. Oh, I should probably give it to you. And then I'm fully tapped, man. This is so scary against this deck. And here we only draw card, right? We have what? We have 20 toughness. Okay, guys. Okay, I think we can do it. We go for the cottage, of course. Bro, I think this might be the play.
Fight back.
And they will probably... Man, this is so risky. Like, this is incredibly risky play. If they trade against anything, we might be in some serious trouble. But I think they won't trade against anything. Maybe they chomp block and that's it. See? Perfect. I read them like a book, man. And now we play this. And every creature is untapped because we have 20 toughness. By the way, this is 1 mana to 15. And we have Wrenn because then we can use every land to provide blue mana for this ability. That's how we do it. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Alright, I think we are doing it. No problem, bro. They actually need to think on this turn, because suddenly the game is not as easy as just swinging all. They need to actually weasel their way out. They need to go through all of those wall creatures. And by the way, I somehow still have... Yeah, because this is permanently a creature. Man, this is so cool. This is not only a creature, but it also gives me mana, because it's a land. And it also untaps, so it gives twice the mana. Okay, so they want to go for the slick shot probably. I think that's fine. Obviously we cannot interact with it too much. We might still be in some serious trouble because it's still a red deck, so they get infinite value with every play, forever. With no downside. That's how they do it. Sure. And there's no downside to allowing this. I don't think they're played burn together or anything. And I think this will be close to lethal, but I hope it won't be lethal. Let's see how they attack. We also have the food token. Alright, let's see how they pump. Okay, guys. This is the moment of truth. We have to go like this, and like this. This is the block. Man, can this game be any closer? And those Core Steel Cutters provided like insane value, man. Come on. So our opponent has 1 card to win this game. I try to block as well as possible. Those tokens have trample, so that's why the highest toughness goes here. Alright, I need to actually read the card. What is this? This will be 11 damage. And I cannot prevent both of them. I can kill one of the creatures. This is the best play I have. And it will be enough. Because they have Core Steel Cutter, which means that they always get like extra creatures with every play. They got the lockdown, so they really want to play it probably on the next turn. But that means we can go for the Cottage and just go for Hammerskull. That means the Archaeologists might get exiled if they want to hit our ramp. And yeah, they went with double white. So they're actually losing a blocker. Wait, this is not an Omniscience deck. Man, that's crazy. Right? Unless it's a very weird one. I guess you can play this in Omniscience. Okay, they don't like their lockdowns. I can kinda relate to this. Alright, so we could go for the Greenshell. I think we will. But first, of course, let's attack with this guy. Let's see if they block. It's a slow attack, but basically you get average of 3 damage a turn. And you also discount way more. So let's start hitting our lands from the top, shall we? Not a land from the top, but we still get the draw. So I'm happy with this. And every time we play a creature, we get more and more value. So our opponent will get overwhelmed if they don't play like an instant win combo. If they want to fight for the board, it will be super hard for them. And this one also has reach. Probably won't make a difference, but it does. As you can see, this is a turtle with a bow. Just here. Did you see the bow? Alright, so our opponent has already 7 out of 7. That's why we will probably keep stop on this turn. And let's go with the Tortoise. This is just an Omniscience deck. I think it's just Omniscience deck. Absolutely. Let's take the value. Alright, so that means we probably want to be as aggressive as possible right now. Everything has hexproof. So let's just get rid of Kiora. So we don't need to deal with any Krakens and stuff. And I think this is it. 10 damage. They have 1 turn to go for whatever this deck is doing. I think it's just Omniscience with Kiora, honestly. All of the other cards match. And they have Awakening, so obviously they are going for Omniscience in some way. So let's see. This could be for Cosmic Rebirth. Because it's great with lockdowns that you have in the graveyard. So it's basically an instant speed sweeper. And this is the idea I really like. So if they play this, I mean, that's a cool thing. Alright, there's also a Traxa. Alright guys, and now, first we swing. That's what we do, right? We swing all and we see what happens. This is pretty huge attack. They probably want to block this. Did I miss lethal? Potentially. It's fine, because I want to play the dragon, it's way cooler this way. Bro, getting to 40 toughness is pretty not easy. Alright? Oh no, I won the game. Ah, I didn't want to. Well, it happens like this sometimes. You just want to have fun and unfortunately your opponent just dies randomly. To be honest, the damage with Tortoise and Zealot is kinda hilarious because those two cards together go for two turn lethal basically out of nowhere. With Hammerskull you can actually go Zealot, Hammerskull into the Pride on turn 4. This is your 2-drop, this is your 3-drop, and then you have Zealot to provide the final point of mana. And because you have 10 toughness on the creatures, this literally costs 1. And we have ways to activate the blue mana ability with Wrenn the Realmbreaker. You can also use Zealots, but mostly it's Wrenn. That's why this card was added basically, and it also has other uses here. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this deck. This is of course a fun build, but I hope you really enjoyed it. It took a lot of pain to make this video, so if you could subscribe and like that, I would be absolutely obliged. And yeah, I hope you had a great fun. Thank you guys for watching, and also thank you to all of our amazing patrons that allow us to have the most fun in Magic possible. So thank you guys, you are absolutely amazing, and with that being said, see you guys tomorrow.